Welcome, 3 a.m. Tales listeners, to our countdown of the top 10 terrifying true stories from the dark web. Tonight, we delve into the hidden corners of the internet where nightmares come to life. From gruesome live streams to sinister marketplaces, the dark web is a breeding ground for the darkest aspects of humanity. Each story we discuss tonight has left a trail of horror and intrigue, reminding us of the evil that lurks just beyond our screens. So grab a blanket, turn off the lights, and prepare yourself for a journey into the unknown. At number 10, the concept of the Red Room is one of the most terrifying and enduring legends of the dark web. Imagine a place where the darkest of human desires are fulfilled live in real time. According to rumors, Red Rooms are live streaming services where viewers can watch and even participate in the torture and murder of victims. The audience, hidden behind their screens, can pay to influence what happens next, turning the torture into a sickening game. While some believe the Red Room is merely a myth, others claim to have seen these nightmarish broadcasts firsthand. Law enforcement agencies have been investigating these claims for years, but the elusive nature of the dark web makes it nearly impossible to shut them down. Whether they truly exist or not, the very idea of Red Rooms taps into our deepest fears and revulsions. The thought that such cruelty could be commodified and consumed is enough to send chills down anyone's spine. Number 9. Our next story takes us to the grim and grotesque world of the Cannibal Cafe. This infamous forum was a meeting place for people with cannibalistic tendencies, where they could connect and discuss their dark desires. What makes the Cannibal Cafe so disturbing is that it wasn't just a place for idle chatter. People would actually arrange to fulfill their horrifying fantasies. One of the most notorious cases linked to the Cannibal Cafe involved a man named Armin Meiwes, who posted an ad looking for a willing victim. Shockingly, he found someone who was interested. Meiwes ended up killing and consuming his voluntary victim, a crime that shocked the world and brought the existence of the Cannibal Cafe into the public eye. The forum was eventually taken down, but not before it had facilitated numerous other disturbing encounters. The thought that there are people out there who would willingly participate in such acts is almost too much to bear. Number 8. One of the most heartbreaking and horrifying stories to emerge from the dark web is that of Daisy's destruction. Created by the notorious criminal Peter Scully, this video series involved the extreme abuse and torture of young children. Scully lured vulnerable children with promises of food and shelter, only to subject them to unimaginable horrors. The videos were sold to the highest bidders on the dark web, fueling Scully's depraved enterprise. After a lengthy investigation, Scully was eventually captured and brought to justice. However, the scars left by his crimes remain. The videos he created continue to circulate on the dark web, a grim reminder of the evil that can lurk in the shadows. The story of Daisy's destruction serves as a chilling reminder of the dangers that exist online. Number 7. The human experiment is another dark legend from the depths of the dark web. This alleged website purportedly allowed users to pay to watch live human experiments being conducted. The experiments ranged from grotesque medical procedures to psychological torture, all performed on unwilling participants. Users could place bids on what kind of experiments they wanted to see, turning human suffering into a twisted form of entertainment. The victims were often abducted or trafficked individuals, making their plight even more tragic. Law enforcement agencies have been chasing leads on the human experiment for years. But like many dark web legends, its existence is difficult to prove. Even if the human experiment is just an urban legend, the fear it generates is very real. The thought that there could be a place where human life is so cheaply valued is a terrifying prospect. Number 6. The dark web is often associated with the most illicit of activities, and few are as chilling as the hitman network. This supposed service allowed users to hire hitmen to carry out assassinations. For a price, these hitmen would take on jobs ranging from simple threats to full-blown murders, all arranged through the dark web's encrypted channels. Stories of the hitman network first emerged years ago, with users claiming to have hired assassins for various reasons. While many believe the hitman network to be a scam or an urban legend, there have been documented cases of dark web users being linked to real-life murders. The very idea that someone could order a hit on their enemy with just a few clicks is a terrifying thought. Law enforcement continues to crack down on dark web marketplaces, but the hitman network remains one of the most elusive and feared elements of the digital underworld. Number 5. The concept of the dark web mystery box has captivated and horrified many. People curious about the dark web have been drawn to the idea of ordering a mystery box, not knowing what they might receive. For a price, these boxes can contain anything from mundane items to the most disturbing and illegal contents imaginable. One infamous story involved a man who ordered a mystery box out of sheer curiosity. When it arrived, he found horrifying contents inside: a blood-stained doll, a severed finger, and a USB drive containing disturbing videos. The experience left him traumatized and served as a stark warning to others about the dangers of dabbling in the dark web. Law enforcement agencies warn against ordering such items, as they can often involve illegal activities and put the recipient at risk. The dark web mystery box is a grim reminder that sometimes curiosity can lead to terrifying consequences. Number 4. The Silk Road was perhaps the most notorious online black market to ever exist. Created by Ross Ulbricht, it became a hub for illegal drug sales, counterfeit money, and other illicit activities. The site operated on the dark web, using Bitcoin for transactions to maintain anonymity. For years, it was the go-to marketplace for those looking to buy or sell illegal goods. After a lengthy operation, Ross Ulbricht was eventually arrested and the site was shut down. However, the legacy of the Silk Road lives on. The story of the Silk Road is a cautionary tale about the dark web's potential for criminal enterprise. Despite the site's closure, the demand for such services remains, and new platforms continue to emerge. Number 3. The shadow web is a term used to describe the deeper, darker part of the dark web. Rumored to contain the most disturbing and illegal content imaginable, it's said to be a place where the worst aspects of humanity are on full display. From illegal pornography to human trafficking, the shadow web is the stuff of nightmares. According to legend, the shadow web is accessible only by the most elite hackers and requires specialized software to navigate. The content found here is said to be so horrifying that it can scar those who view it for life. While the existence of the shadow web is debated, the fear it generates is very real. The anonymity and lawlessness of the dark web make it a breeding ground for the darkest human behaviors. Whether real or imagined, the stories of the shadow web serve as a chilling reminder of the dangers that lurk in the digital underworld. At number 2, the Black Death Group is another terrifying legend from the dark web. Allegedly, this group of human traffickers and organ harvesters operates in the darkest corners of the internet, preying on the vulnerable. According to rumors, the Black Death Group kidnaps individuals and sells them into slavery or harvests their organs for profit. The victims are often those who have fallen off the radar, such as runaways or the homeless, making it difficult for law enforcement to track them down. The group's operations are said to be highly organized and ruthless. Investigative journalists and law enforcement agencies have been chasing leads on the Black Death Group for years, but concrete evidence remains elusive. The dark web's anonymity makes it a perfect hiding place for such a group, allowing them to operate with impunity. The fear that such a group could exist is enough to keep anyone awake at night. And the top one of today's top 10 terrifying true stories from the dark web. Mariana's Web is often considered the deepest and most secretive part of the internet. Named after the Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the world's oceans, it's said to contain the most secret and terrifying information imaginable. According to rumors, Mariana's Web is home to classified government documents, secret societies, and even evidence of extraterrestrial life. The content found here is said to be so sensitive that it could change the world if it were ever revealed. The level of encryption and security required to access Mariana's Web is said to be beyond the reach of ordinary users. The stories surrounding Mariana's Web are a mix of fact and fiction, with many questioning its very existence. However, the fear and intrigue it generates are very real. Whether real or imagined, Mariana's Web serves as a symbol of the dark web's potential for secrecy and danger. Thank you once again, 3 AM Tales listeners, for joining us on this chilling journey through the dark web. From Red Rooms to Mariana's Web, these tales remind us of the dangers that can lurk just beyond our screens. The dark web is a place where the darkest aspects of humanity can thrive, and it's best to steer clear of its depths. Stay safe and see you in the next video. Until next time, take care and keep your curiosity in check.